Okay, let's do it this way. Hey, what's up, everybody? Christopher Lewis here, coming at you live tonight with my weekly Q&A. So a little different format tonight. I don't have my market update for the week yet done, so I'm not going to do a early market update. So I'm just going to chat today for about 15-20 minutes or so regarding down payments for buyers. Buying season is happening now, and people are gearing up for the spring market, and people are thinking of buying their home. And one of the biggest questions that I get all the time are down payments. So I'm going to put that here, down payments. So so we're just going to talk a little bit about what a down payment is, why it's important, why it's required, and different ways that you can, hey Diesel, hey buddy, that's Diesel, different ways that you can come up with your down payment, how you can do that. So I'm just going to kind of get started into that, discussing down payments. And if you have any questions regarding that or anything real estate related, shoot me a question. I'll address it here on the live. And then once I'm finished with my down payment, if I don't have a bunch of questions going on, we'll end the segment. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And remember to, give me a like on my Facebook and all my social medias, Instagram, Sold DSM, Facebook, Sold DSM. And I don't have enough subscribers on YouTube yet to give me my own personal URL, so you'll just have to look me up. But if you want to get in contact with me, the best way is through probably Facebook, through my cell, 515-779-8983. You can go to my website, www.soldbm.com. That's my website here, and there you can sign up to view properties and get a hold of me through my website as well. So all right, let's go to down payment. First off, what is a down payment? Your down payment is the money that you are going to put down on a home when you purchase that home. It's required to have a down payment. And the banks, it's essentially so the bank mitigates their risk a little bit. They want you to, as a buyer, to have skin in the game. And it's going to provide you with a level of cushion of equity in the home immediately. So, for example, if you put 3% down on a $100,000 house, that's going to be $3,000. You're going to be financing $97,000, meaning that there's going to be $3,000 in equity in that home if the home comes back appraised at that $100,000. If your home comes appraised higher, you're going to have more equity immediately in the home. So the myth that everybody thinks is that you have to have 20% down. 20% down is not required anymore, and I don't see a lot of people putting 20% down. Now, if you have that ability to, of course, the more money you put down, the better rate you're going to get, the better terms you're going to get, and the stronger of a buyer that you are. And so putting down more, it only helps you. It gives you more equity cushion, and it reduces your amount that you're paying monthly. It's going to eliminate private mortgage insurance, which is required for anything under 20% down. It'll eliminate that. And again, you'll have immediate 20% equity in your home. So of course, if you can do that, great. Most people I know financially, I'm one of them, not hitting 20% down. Now that is on a primary home. If you are an investor, you will have to have 20% down. But if it's own your occupied home, You can get into a home for as little as 3% down on a conventional loan, 3.5% down on an FHA loan. VA loans, you can do 100% down. So meaning zero, I'm sorry, you can get 100% financing, so 0% down. And USDA loans offer 100% financing, and so those are 0% down. USDA loans are for rural areas with, I believe, that's less than 10,000 people in each town. So, your primary Des Moines area, your Altoonas and your Waukees and your suburbs are not USDA qualified. But if you go outside of that area, and there's less than, like I said, I think it's like 10,000 people, then you could qualify for USDA loans. Now, if you want to know what loan you would qualify for, just get a hold of me. I'll get you set up with a lender. They're going to help you see what you qualify for. So myth number one, you don't need 20% down. You can do it for 3% down, or even less. So there's a lot of ways to, so now you've got to come up with your down payment. Okay. So there's, a lot of ways to do that. For one, first way to come up with your down payment is, savings. So you can use your savings account. You've saved up, it's your money. As long as you can source that money, or you've had that money in your account for more than 60 days, you can use that money for a down payment. So savings is going to be your number one way for a down payment that a lot of people use. A lot of people save up for that. The next way to come up with a down payment, and this is a very popular way to pay for your down payment, taxes. So a lot of people, and that's really this is really what drives that spring market, are tax returns. So a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually, if you filed, you can essentially sign over your tax returns as long as they've been accepted prior to getting them for your down payment. Now, different lenders are going to require different stuff like that. So again, if you have a lender specific type question about how to get your down payment, get a hold of me. I will help you figure that out and get you qualified. Now, so you can use your tax returns for a down payment. So that's, again, a very popular way that people do it, especially if you're getting a large amount back. Maybe you have 3 or 4 kids and you're getting $10,000, $15,000 back. You can use some of that or all of that for your down payment. Another popular down payment is going to be, another way that you can get your down payment paid for is a gift. So you can have someone, a family member, depending on the loan type, there's different people that can give you gifts. But you can have someone gift you your down payment. What that means is that they're giving you the money to make your down payment. They have to provide that money in a gift letter telling the bank that this isn't a loan, that I am giving this to you. So if they're willing to sign that letter and gift you the down payment, then that is another way that you can come up with a down payment. And a lot of people don't know people who can gift them, a large down payment. But there are people out there who do have family members, who do have significant others to do that. If they gift it to you and it's seasons for 60 days, they don't have to show that gift. You've now got that in your account. But if you don't have it seasoned in your account for 60 days that you can show in your bank statements, then there will have to be a gift letter provided. So if you want to learn more about how, if you have a family member, a parent or aunt, uncle, relative, friend who is in that position to gift you your down payment, then that's totally acceptable. After those main ones, so you've got your savings, you've got your taxes, and you can have your down payment gifted. The other way to get a down payment, and this is lender specific, so some lenders offer this, some lenders don't. Every lender seems to have a different program to help you with that, is a grant. So we're going to say down payment grant. So what is a down payment grant? Well, there's a lot of different, again, there's so many different programs that I can't touch on every single one. So I can talk about a few that I've known and ones that I know are going on right now. Some programs, they have what's called the Chenoa. The Chenoa Fund is a down payment grant program that essentially forgives the down payment over time. And I think it's 20% per year, up to 5 years. After you've lived in the home 5 years and you've made all your payments on time, then you get that down payment gifted, essentially forgiven. If you don't make your payments on time, then you owe that. You're going to have to pay that out of your equity when you sell your home. So they're just going to add that to what you owe. And so that can mess with your payment, that can mess with your equity in your home and stuff like that. So the down payment program that I am the most educated on myself, is through Novus Home Mortgage. They are who I use primarily as my preferred lender. And I've had a great relationship with them over the last 4 years. And I have other lenders as well that I can help you get in touch with, but they're the ones that I primarily work with, and I understand their programs the best. So I'm going to speak on that a little bit and talk about how that works. So any down payment program you have to qualify for. So you need to see if you qualify. Again, if you want to see if you qualify, message me. You can message me on here. You can ask me to hit you up after this, however you want to do it. But you have to make sure that you're going to qualify for the down payment assistance. You're going to qualify for a loan and how much of a loan and all of that stuff. So we'll help you get through the application process and that kind of thing if you're thinking about selling or buying, and you are worried and you don't have a down payment, you don't have a gift, you're not getting that much in taxes, or maybe you do have a little bit of taxes and a little bit of savings, but you don't want to use it all. So you can use the down payment grant. Now, Novus's down payment grant will give you up to $10,000 towards your down payment that is forgivable. I want to say after 3 years. But remember, with down payment programs, nothing is free. Even if they forgive it, you're going to pay a little higher interest rate on a down payment program typically. And you're going to have to pay on-time payments over a specific amount of time. So they are exceptionally great, though, if you need them. They are really good, and you still get that equity in the home immediately. That down payment still counts as your equity. So you still have that equity in the home, and equity is such an important thing to have because you can do so much with equity in your home. And we'll talk about that in a different segment. I'm going to start kind of breaking these segments up and talking about specific things. So again, if you have any questions about down payment or anything real estate related, ask away right now. I'll put it up in the chat. And we'll address it. There's no stupid questions, just stupid people. So, no, I'm kidding. But the dumbest question is a question not asked, and I do believe that. So, down payment grants are amazing, and they're a great way for you to do that. I would never, ever advise any clients of mine to use every single penny they have for their down payment. I just wouldn't. I would tell you to save a little bit more, get a gift, wait for your taxes, utilize the down payment grant program, because you want to be able to have money in your bank account for other stuff. When you become a homeowner, everything is on you to fix. So if your furnace goes out, there's ways to mitigate costs, and I know how to help you do that. But at the end of the day, if your plumbing goes out and it floods your basement, you still got to fix that, and you want to fix it right away. You want money in your bank account. Your car breaks down, you need to fix it, right? So never use every penny you have for your down payment, and utilize these programs if needed. But if you're sitting okay financially, then coming up with your own down payment is going to get you a better rate. And it's going to be ultimately better for you. Another thing that you can do, I know for a fact, another down payment source you can use is a 401k. So savings retirement accounts. Now, I don't know much past that, to be quite honest. And I've been doing this 7 years. I don't know everything, and I don't claim to. And my goal is to educate to the point where I can get us to, someone who knows better. So these down payment questions we're going to be, talking about. The lenders are going to help guide you with these down payment issues or questions. But a 401k, I know you can use a 401k. I don't know if you can use a Roth IRA or a regular IRA or and what other types of retirement accounts. But you can use a 401k. You can pull from your whole life insurance. So if you have life insurance, and it would be probably whole life insurance, you can pull from that as well. So there are a ton of ways to get a down payment if that's what your focus is on. If you're concerned about how much down payment you're going to need, again, those are personalized questions that I would like you to reach out to me and ask, and we can get you to the right. I can get you to the right places to get those questions answered for you. So a little bit of recap again. When talking about the down payment, you don't need 20%. Sometimes you don't need it at all. Again, there's VA loans and USDA loans that are 100% financing. There's 80-20 loans. I mean, I could bore you to death with all the different loan types, but 80-20 loan is you finance it at 80% and 20%. And so you just got to be careful with those ARM loans. You've got to be careful with those. They are good for certain people, but they're not usually the streamlined ones. Again, your down payment doesn't have to be 20%. It can be as low as 3%, or again, you can get 100% financing out there. Ways to come up with your down payment: savings, your own personal savings account, your tax returns. You can get them gifted to you. You can get them use a grant program. You can use a retirement 401k. And then you can use a whole life insurance. There may be some more. And if I'm missing any lenders out there wants to chime in about some other things that you can use, go right ahead. Feel free to hit my page on that and discuss it, because but those are going to be your biggest down payments. So if you have questions about the down payment and you want to learn a little bit more about it, let me know. And I'd be happy to have a personal conversation with you regarding your down payment and the rest of the process. So I do free consultations. I prefer them. I do them on Zoom. I do them in person. And so where we'll sit down and kind of go through that and get you qualified and figure out your budget and discuss the rest of the stuff, inspections and appraisals and all the fun stuff that comes into buying a home. But really, we want to focus on your qualifications, where your down payment's coming from, and if you qualify and how much you qualify for. That is going to open the door to everything. That's going to open the door to the fun stuff. All right, let's start looking at bedrooms, bathrooms. Let's start getting our feet dirty and our shoes dirty and getting out and hitting the pavement, right? And looking for homes, because that's the fun part. And yeah, there we go. I mean, that's about it. So I just want to thank everybody that's tuned in tonight. Again, if you have any questions for me, you can reach me on my cell phone. I'll put my cell phone up here. 515-779-8983. You can email me. That's probably one of the best ways. can email me at chris@solddsm.com. Another great way to get a hold of me, go on my website and sign up on my website. You'll create an account. It'll kick you into my business side, my site, and then you'll get a text message from me saying, "Hey, what's going on?" And you can ask me questions right through my website. So my website is www.solddm.com. And those are the ways to get a hold of me. So again, thank you so much for anybody who's tuned in. This will be recorded afterwards and saved, so you can, if you haven't watched it live, you can go back and watch it. If you have any questions, you can still comment on the video, or you can private message me and ask me any questions that you have. I'd be happy to set up a 5-minute phone call with you. I'd be happy to set up a consultation with you and answer any questions that you have, because I believe that an educated buyer is the best buyer. You know, the best type of consumers is an educated one. So let's get educated so you're not getting sold on something, and let's get you into a new home. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm Chris Lewis with the Lewis Real Estate Group. Have a great Tuesday.